my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They begin with a run by Smith. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Switch.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check 43. Check. He's checking. Crack. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Take four.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Aguilar has it. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Let's go now. 54, Henry. 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. You got tape. You got tape right there. Check 52. Check 13. Check 13. Check 93.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
Roll.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Jackson will throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Panthers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch it, switch it. Shut up.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he... Gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
The game play brings up second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Hey, check Mike 27, check.
Hey!
Hey, D-line, let's get in there, let's get in there, huh?
Now!
27, Mike 27. Man.
There, now!
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right?
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, switch, switch.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check that, check. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 2nd down now, it's Smith, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Kill. Slam. Check 15. Check hot route. Hot to go.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the run, it's Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go now. Yeah, let's go sandwich. Tight dog.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Panthers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. O'Neal. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze. Go. Go. Shoot.
From the gun, O'Neal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A first down carry for Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They keep it with Smith on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this open. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jonnu Smith, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Zipper! Look at me! Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 79 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now,
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. In your face. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Let's go.
To throw again. O'Neal. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Drop, speed trip.
A final shot before break. O'Neal looking long for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the ground, McCaffrey. Still going. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Neal. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
8, read. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Look at me, zipper. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Stokes. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a throw right sideline is complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Go.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Look. Now.
On first and 10, O'Neal. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Back to throw. O'Neal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Out. Joker.
Jackson now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the screen. Check 31. Check out read.
Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Let's go.
Set, ready. 60 yards.
Let's go, dude.
Now.
It's our time. Watch the air.
Shoot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, O'Neal taking a shot for Samuel. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check it back. Check it back. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Begin, begin, begin. Kill, kill. Let's go.
Jackson rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It's fielded at the 45. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yep. QB's traps. Let's go. Watch twitch. Watch five.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, O'Neal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards for the touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch. Check 43.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Squeeze, double. 35 the mic. Watch the slip. You gonna take. You got tight right there.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Strip that ball. Mike 35, Mike 35. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 13. Check 13.
Now Jackson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 28 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Yo, go, go.
What? Twist that.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, set.
Back to throw. O'Neal. And this is caught. He hits more. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 50 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Got it. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yeah. Watch out. Go. Defense.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Ready.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Kill.
Now a run with McCaffrey. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.